What do you mean Kevin's not here anymore? Where'd he go? We're up bright and early here today on the farm. As you can see behind me over there, Jordan's doing a little bit of brush hogging. I'm gonna go relieve him of that here in a little bit. And then later on, I think I'm gonna try and do a little bit of milking, and then we're gonna move some calves around, I think, and feed some calves. I'm trying to get back into strengthening up my body to do the milking, because I haven't milked cows in a couple of months because my foot was broken. But now that it is healed and I can walk around in there, try and get back into it a little bit. But until then, let's go hop on the tractor here. All right, let me give you a 411 in this field. So basically, there's a bunch of these things because we were gonna cut this field for grass silage, but we didn't cut it for our third cutting because it was so dry. It wouldn't have been a very good cutting. So we grazed the whole field, and obviously the cows ate all the grass, left all the weeds behind. And it's a pretty big field, it's huge. There's also a giant hill over there, and it keeps on going. It's big. And I'm tasked with brush hogging the entire thing to get rid of the weeds so they don't choke out the grass. And as you can see, we have a small setup. I've been trying to get us to get a big one because we have tractors that can run a big one, but 7 feet at a time is good enough, I guess. That's better than what some people got. 7-foot brush hog, Ford 7600. I'm gonna time it, see how many hours it takes me. We got an official start time of 9:30 on the dot, so we'll see. You can take your guess how long it's gonna take me. I'm saying 4 to 5 hours, maybe 3. I don't know. I have no idea at this point how long it's gonna take me. Just gotta get her going. It's gonna take me at least most of the morning, I think. What is that, neutral? I think that's neutral. All right, let's go. Well, we're about an hour in here, and we're just about to finish up our third lap. So feel free to update your estimates as you see fit, but don't be too concerned because the first few laps around the field always take the longest because it's like the longest way around. And each lap afterwards, it gets shorter and shorter around. So the first 3 laps usually take quite a bit of time. But I still think we'll be done within a reasonable amount of time here once I get a couple more laps in, because then you start speeding up as you make your way around. But yeah, just run right along, 7 feet at a time, getting rid of all this whatnot. But thought I'd just give a quick update, and yeah, I'll be back probably in the next hour, maybe after I do a couple more laps. We'll see where we're at then. That means that it's quitting time. Well, at about lap 50, and you see the time, 5.5 hours in. I only got a little bit left to go, probably like 20 more minutes. But yeah, the brush hog is no longer in commission. All right, it's all good. Well, we were going strong, and then the brush hog decided to disconnect from the tractor, or from the PTO, I guess, and that was exciting. It definitely scraped everything up a whole bunch. It made a god-awful noise when it did it, but I ran up here real quick. I skipped taking lunch earlier, so I'm gonna take a late lunch now. It's about 3 o'clock, I think, and we're gonna do some other stuff, and maybe my dad will get this fixed today, maybe get it fixed later. I had a little bit left in the field, but yeah, so that was exciting. But let's just, yeah, I'm gonna go get some food and then I'll be right back out. I'd know those buggy eyeballs anywhere. Kevin, where are you going? Come back here, Kevin. I gotta put you in the video. Quit running away, Kevin. Well, as you can see, Kevin is now old enough to be in group housing. He's no longer a baby. And he doesn't want anything to do with me. He just runs away from me now. Kevin, I thought you loved me. Oh, he's hiding in the back. There he goes. Kevin, look over here. There you go, Kevin. All right. Well, here's the situation. I broke, well, no, I didn't break it. The pin came out. So there's a specialty pin bolt screw thing that goes in there, and it came out. So I got to go to Farmer's Equipment and get a new pin. I'm grabbing the PTO shaft, getting a new pin so I can pin it back up to the brush hog so I can finish brush hogging probably tomorrow, because it's probably going to take me until the end of the day to get all that run down. And then I'm also going to go and do some milking in the parlor. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to be moving any calves today just because that brush hogging took way longer than I was expecting. But we'll go into town and get the pin, and then we will be back at the farm. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm at Farmer's Equipment. Little specialty pin thing secured. It has this little groove in it right here that helps it lock into the brush hog. When it's locked on there, it just slides in through the top, and then you put the nut on through the bottom, and it's thicker at the top than it is at the bottom, so it just like sucks it in there, makes everything lock up. But this is what all the fuss about. Apparently the nut on the other one worked its way loose, and then the pin flew out, obviously, once it did that, and then the whole thing went, you know, that normal order of things, and tried to kill me. But now that we got this, we'll be able to put it back together probably tomorrow, and then finish off the brush hogging that ended up taking me 6 hours. But yeah. All right, let's go and milk some cows. Alright, what's going on, crazy people? I'm in the parlor now, as you can see. Our afternoon milker is currently out bringing the cows in, and he has no idea that I'm in here. I'm just going to milk a side or two for him real quick, mostly just for the video and because I need to get some practice in. And it's always nice to shave off, you know, your employees' work when you can, just as a nice little surprise to him. You know, save him a couple minutes here, probably about 15 minutes doing 2 sides for him. But yeah, he's bringing up the cows right now. I'm going to let him in here, get these sides filled up, get them dipped, get them wiped, get them milked, you know, show the whole process and all that. Let's get to it. Start by opening up this. Come on, girl. Hey, babe. Come on. All right, now we only need 7 more. One thing that I am going to note here is it doesn't look like he back flushed out the machines before he went to go and get the next group, which is fine. He's probably going to do them when he comes back, but we back flush out all of our machines before we hook up any cows. So I'm going to do that real quick, show you what that looks like here. Set up the camera. So basically, hopefully that gives a good enough angle. You stick the hose right into here. You hold pressure with water until the machine's cleaned out here. No milk left behind, because all of them have it. Just have a little bit of milk in there. Cleans it out with some water real fast just to keep it more clean. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'm gonna dip these, wipe them, and then hook them up. I'll snag our pre-dip here. It's just hydrogen peroxide. About 6%, I think, is the stuff that we use. Get it on the nipples. Just a pre-soak before you wipe them off, so then you can clean them down. Kind of use it like, you can imagine, like we use it like soap basically, except it's better for the cows and it gets it more clean. These cows are kind of dirty animals. They don't know how to bathe like how me and you do, so always got to do this beforehand, then wipe it down before you hook it up, just so it has a clean surface when you're milking. Alright, I got a few more here and then I'm gonna wipe them, so I'll just cut to that. Wiping them is a pretty simple process. We keep a lot of rags. We like to reuse and wash the washing machine. You just get a nipple right in your range, grip it, give it a few good twists and wipe downs. Then you got a nice shiny clean pink nipple, and then you hit the other 3 as well. You use different parts of the rag, you know, you just move it around. And then give them like a little bit of a squeeze while you're doing it, so then like a tiny bit of milk comes out, just to get them ready to be milked. And then yeah, I do that 7 more times, and then I hook them up. So we'll get done wiping all these ones down, and then we'll get some cows hooked up. Alright, I'm gonna attempt a chest mounted approach here for the first one. So machine, oops, getting a little bit fishy there. Tuck it down in here. Bam. Bam. And then you're definitely milking. I don't really like that angle because it blocks out the leg too much, so I'm gonna see if I can get, or the leg blocks out the action too much, so I'm gonna probably set it up on the other side here. So we'll just run it again, same take. I'm a little bit sloppy, but there we go. I think that's right. Can you see the other? Tell me. Oh yes, now you can. Do you see the milk? So I usually like to go back quarter, back heel, and then switch off hand, and then the front one, and then give support. Whoop. And man, they are ready to melt. All right, do that 6 more times, and then that's a full side hooked up. And then obviously once the machines pop off, I back flush them like I showed right at the beginning, and then we hit them with a post dip. And where's the post dip? This is our post dip. I forget what it's called. What is it called? There's a name. I'm sure that somebody else remembers the name. I do not remember the name, but this is the post dip. It's different than the pre-dip because it's safer for it to be on the nipples for longer. It gives a protective coating for when their nipples are still, they'll be still dilated somewhat after being milked, because the nipples will dilate out. And then the post dip gives a protective coating to protect it from any bacteria or manure that might get splattered up on it while they're walking around. But yeah, we get these ones hooked up, and then I'm not sure if there's anything else that I need to add, but I'll think of it, obviously. Hopefully that name comes to me. I'm hollow-headed. No think all the time. All right, I'm gonna finish hooking these up though. We just had our first cow get done, so you can get a good idea of what the post dip looks like here when we put it on. So it really just gives a nice good coating right over the nipple, keeps it protected, covers up the entrance so it helps it de-dilate. And I'm still not remembering iodine. This is what it is, it's iodine. That's what we use for the post dip, iodine. But yeah, gives it a nice good covering over the nipple, keeps them nice and protected, so then they're safe from bacteria while they're exiting the parlor and then while they go and stand and eat. But yeah, we do that after every single time a cow gets milked, just to keep them safe, because if they get anything on the tip of the nipple while it's still dilated, they can develop, like, they can get sick from it, or they can get mastitis and stuff, and their udder can get infected. It's just good practice. Nice and clean, keeps the cows safe. We got all the cows dipped, nice orange nipples. Go ahead and hit the switch, send them on their way. Yep. And then usually as they're on their way out, if I wasn't recording, I'd grab the hose and I'd start back flushing out all the machines. But yeah, I'm just getting a quick clip showing you guys that's how they leave. They go up there, turn left, and then instantly go back the other way out the exit lane. But yeah, I'm gonna get all these flushed out real quick, and then we can move on. All right, we got one thing left that we need to do today, and that's go and catch a calf that's over in the close-ups and put it in the pen so then my little sister can feed it milk in the morning. And after that, we should be good on all the things I gotta do. But yeah, let's go catch this little bugger and then put him in the pen so he can get his milks. I'll be back in a second. All right, last thing of the day to do. Get this little girl down in her pen. Come along. It's all right. Watch out, girls. Yep. Oh, easy there. Come on. Okay. Whew. Nice little walk. Come on.
That way, my sister comes over in the morning to feed her, does not have to chase her down. All right, see you in the morning, little girl. Check it out. Jordan just got this area graded off. I think we're gonna need a couple more loads, but it looks nice and all in a line, nice and flat. We got most of the holes filled in. But yeah, I think that'll do it for today's real life day of a dairyman, number 2, by the way. Many more to come. I think I'm gonna do one of these every single week just to add some continuity to my channel. There's Emily down there walking around with the calves. Thank you to her for being my cameraman for a little bit, or camera woman, I should say. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great day and the great rest of their week. I'll see you guys on Friday, as always, and peace out. Catch you next time.